Okay, it is still the 15th of July 2018. Let's have a look at land expropriation and what they have to say the last 5 days about it. This will be the end of South Africa. This is literally any incentive like this in any country always turns into ruin. That's just how it is. Let's see here. Expropriation, a stern warning to the ANC. What's a stern warning? The right to own your property and protect it against criminal acts is a fundamental human right that nobody in South Africa seems to have. Let's just say that. The proposed plan to amend Section 25 of the Constitution to take land, it's illegal, blah blah blah, it's immoral, etc, etc, etc. Yes, we all know that. The black ANC government do not care one bit for it. They do not care. Forget about the fact that black people got 70% of the best land back in the segregated years. And they did nothing with it. What a shame. They should have. Illegal land occupation in Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal. Let's see here. Hannahville in Pietermaritzburg was the scene of another land occupation by squatters. Complaints by residents that they have been waiting for low-cost housing since 2004 has been given as a reason for the occupation. The South African government has built 6 million houses in less than 25 years. How can these people not have land? Housing. How can they not have housing? Law enforcement officers only track the situation without apparently actually doing anything about the illegal occupation. Man, South African government, judicial system and the police is utter tripe. Nobody should listen to them, nobody should give authority to them, everybody should start protecting themselves because everything will go to bits. And that's just a fact. ANC shows its dishonesty about land expropriation. It is aimed at whites. That is true. We all know that. There's nothing funny about this statement. President Cyril Ramaphosa's assertion the land of the Zulu Trust Foundation is not considered as part of the process of expropriation without compensation create a dangerous double standard in the matter. We all know it. So what? White people don't stand up for themselves, they don't group together, they don't care about the fact that something else happens to their neighbors. So then they get what's coming to them. Black people, they stand up for themselves. They come in masses and fight if people are trying to take stuff from them. The white people just complain about it and hang their heads. If you're not willing to have critical mass to protect yourself, nothing will happen. Especially not with a socialist government. That you have to know. Pronouncements by the Minister of Cooperation, Governance and Traditional Affairs that blacks and traditional leaders are excluded from the envisaged expropriation process, so the true colors, we all know it. It doesn't make a difference what you say. If you're not going to act to protect yourself, it's no point in saying it. AfriForum ready to privately prosecute Jiba. It's probably one of the black government leaders saying, let's just take all the land and screw the white people. According to AfriForum, today's judgment by the highest court of appeal, which overturned the ruling that Jiba and Lawrence Derwebi of the National Prosecution Authority should be removed from the role of advocates, will not be an obstacle the presumed criminal charges against Jiba. What happened here? AfriForum will proceed in full capacity in the process to privately persecute Jiba. The NPA now has no reason not to make a decision regarding AfriForum application for the persecution. Fine. AfriForum earlier announced a civil rights organization will implement private persecution of Jiba. It is now even more vital that Jiba is criminally persecuted. The NPA answer to our request for the NOLE certificate was that they will base their decision pending the judgment of today's appeal process. The NPA now has no choice other than to announce their decision regarding the reinstitution of Jiba's persecution. If the NPA decides not to prosecute AfriForum, private persecution unit is at the ready to privately persecute her. Okay, they're not saying what the issue is at hand. I'm pretty sure this black lady will get away with it. If expropriation is going the way it's going in any case, the black leaders in the country see themselves as above the law. There is no justice for people that go against them. That's the way it is. Either you start standing up against it and making a real plan, AfriForum, wake up, smell the coffee, or accept your fate. That's the way it is. Let's see here. Expropriation without support. The end result is disaster. We all know it. So what? The land has been expropriated and handed over to the black farmers. The white farmer left the country, immigrated to Australia and Russia. There is nobody to provide the necessary skills to the new owners of the land, and no support to keep the farm running. With the resulting food crisis, government has to borrow even more money to import food, meaning that vital provisions are impossibly expensive and inflation outrageously high. And this is already starting to happen, even before the amendment of Article 25. Yeah, obviously, man, if your farming community is under so much pressure, they will leave. That's just the fact. Who would not leave? I mean, a farmer is a stubborn person that he will fight for land. But at some point he'll say, you know what, we have to face reality, and reality is that there is no protection for us and the government will just take it in any case and we will be murdered out. So, Ronnie Matsaya was a bodyguard to former President Mandela and also to Chris Hani. He is an old NK veteran and he returned after the struggle with no skills and hardly any education. Basically, he was just a hardcore ANC military dude looking to fight the fight. In 2016, on the 16th of December 2015, the government presented him with a 2,600 hectare farm near Kokstad. You know how big that is for a farm? You're talking 6,000 acres. This dude got a 6,000 acre farm in 2015. Where is Kokstad? Yo. 6,000 acre farm. Can you believe that? He's a rich man. 6,000 acre farm in the eastern part of the country. I mean, you're talking about lush green watered areas. Unbelievable. That farm is worth millions upon millions. Millions upon millions. That is just insane. The Eastern Cape government paid 46 million. That's about $4 million for the farm. The budget of settlement bill, 400,000, 80,000 water supply, blah blah blah. Result in corruption. Another 7 million was paid for the irrigation pivots. So this thing cost them about $5 million. Yo, this is a good farm. Massive farm. I mean, you can be super filthy rich on that farm. But these arrived without electric cables and are therefore useless. So they have irrigation on such a big farm. Ronnie says they did not receive spade or wheelbarrow, nor any skills to teach them how to farm. So what? Who do you think taught the white people how to farm? Nobody. They had to learn the hard way. The hard way, dude. They knew nothing about planting potatoes because all they ever planted were landmines in Angola. After 3 years, the farm is derelict and no work is being done on it. Such a good farm. Ronnie now claims the government is deliberately setting up black farmers for failure. Don't take any responsibility there. Look how much the government gave you. The government gave you a $5 million farm. And it gave you all the irrigation. All you guys needed was a small loan and hook the thing through. And you would have been filthy rich. You can't blame the government. $5 million farm, water rich farm. Let's say that as well. Yo, that's amazing. And he's blaming the government for the fact that he's utterly lazy and useless. Okay, so the government wants him to abandon the farm after a while in order to then hand it over to their bigwig comrades. He's a bigwig comrade in any case. He's a MK. He used to be a MK commander. What's he complaining? Now he's just complaining because he's useless. That's actually all he's complaining. The only source of income Ronnie could think of was to try and rent out grazing rights to neighboring farmers. That is a lot of grazing rights. You can make millions with that. Millions. But the department stopped that as well. So you're not allowed to borrow the land out for grazing. That is the only thing he could do. He's useless. He's not a farmer, but he got all that land. This is but one of the many similar stories of once prosperous and productive farms declining into wilderness again, standing on monuments of destructive failure of Cyril Ramaphosa's policy. The new communism, an old result of Zimbabwe scenario all over again. Shame. Such a good farm. Such a good farm. Yo, can you believe it? Can it be changed? Highly unlikely. Land expropriation will happen. The unholy trinity of the ANC, EFF and SACP will not be stopped. That's true. But they can be bypassed through the creation of self-determination for the Afrikaner people. That is also true. Man, look at that land. 2,600. 6,000 acres of water-rich green land. And it's run down in 3 years. Within 3 years, it's run down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. By the way, here's what it is.